Hi, it's Agnes, and I've got another viewer email with a question. It's from E. E has said, tonight I had a very strong negative immediate thought that my SP, specific person, would say things aren't going to work out. This got me thinking about what you would say. That it's habitual negative thinking? Yes. Then I started to think perhaps a YouTube on habitual negative thinking could benefit many people. Another idea was about Christmas and New Year's and how to deal with and approach the days and that period. I'm having anxiety around them, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. You've made a few comments recently making me think this. Okay. So, let's go through this step by step. When you have strong negative thoughts that things aren't going to work out, yes, it is habitual, repetitive, negative thinking. And usually it comes from years of you practicing it. Okay? So, what can I say about that? There is no shortcut. Firstly, I want to say this. Repetitive, habitual, negative thinking is practiced. It's been practiced by you for years, and you have got the results of it, and you've also got the tendency, every time something happens, to go that way, okay? You have to practice going that way, which is to have habitual, repetitive, positive thoughts. Now, it's going to be weird. It's going to feel strange, and it's going to not come naturally for a period of time. Different periods of time for different people, but you have to practice, okay? There's no shortcut. No one can do it for you. You have to focus. You got to be disciplined. You got to make the effort. You got to look at what's running through your head, and you got to not be lazy to let it keep going, okay? It's practice. It's like getting fit. It's a mental fitness. You become a black belt in karate, you work up the levels. This is the same thing. You work through levels of getting better at it. So it really isn't an easy thing at first, because you're going against everything that you do normally, everything that you've done for years, everything that your head has got away with, and then you've got the external experience of, which is a whole bunch of negative experiences. So it's like you go, well, see, I thought that, therefore, and I got that. It's like, of course you did, because you put the energy with the focus. It's a focus-based universe, and therefore you got the end result. It doesn't just happen, it happens because of you, okay? So I'm going to put down below asking for the universe to give you a bit of more of an explanation for you to revisit that, because it's really important to understand that your habitual thinking, negative or positive, becomes your experiences. And when you really understand the connection between the two, it's like a cord that goes between you, your head, and experience out there, you become way more diligent about what the heck you let go through your head and how long you let it run away for, okay? Yes, it's going to deflect back there. It's going to default back there. That's probably more what I want to say. It's going to default back there because that's where you've been going for a long time. Eventually, it will default to the positive stuff because you've practiced it enough that it becomes a habit. These are habits, okay? So that's why you do affirmations. But the thing is, you're doing affirmations all the time. You're affirming whatever you think that runs through your head is an affirmation. You're making it a statement, and then it is becoming something. So if you look at yourself in the mirror when you're putting your underpants on and your t-shirt, and you go, oh, you got fat legs, that's a repetitive, habitual thought that you've had that keeps you in that state. If you have this thing where you go, every time you look in your wallet, go, oh, typical, there's no money in there, then that becomes the state of your wallet and your bank account. If you have this thing of, I'm not good enough, then the people in your life, a relationship or a specific person or your brother or your dad or someone at work is going to reflect that back to you. It's guaranteed someone will reflect it back to you, okay? So that's the first part of your question. Now, let's have a little chat about Christmas and New Year's. Whether you believe in Christmas, whether you are a Muslim, an atheist, an agnostic, a Buddhist, and you just knowing that it's coming to the end of the year, because whatever religion you are, you're coming to the end of the year. And that, I think, affects everybody. So you've got to look at, again, your repetitive habitual thinking, because it is not Christmas or the end of the year that causes you the bad vibe. That's out there. It's got nothing to do with you. It's what you're doing in here that's creating the end of the year feelings of loneliness, which is the biggest one, of this hasn't happened yet, I'm getting older and I haven't got that yet. Why didn't this work out this year? You reflect on your failures, you reflect on your successes, and you don't have to. I mean, if you want to reflect on your successes, by all means, go ahead. But it's no different to feeling bad when someone has left you and then having to work on your self-love to get your mental state back up. The Christmas and New Year period is just 2 days on the calendar, the 25th and the 1st. 2 days. You can make a decision this year to do it differently. You can say to yourself, it doesn't matter who loves me, it doesn't matter how much money I have in the bank, it doesn't matter what is going on with other people, I'm making a decision. And that's where it starts in here, to be happy on these days. My source of love, my source of happiness is not out there, whether it's Christmas, New Year, whether it's Easter, whether it's any other religious holiday, whether it's no holiday at all, whether it's your birthday and someone hasn't rung you, whether it's your most incredible apparent wedding anniversary that went wrong, whatever it is. Days are that. They are just days. It is the meaning we assign to things that is what affects us. Now, I'm going to put Morty Lefko down in the description with a YouTube that reminds us that it is the meaning that we assign to things. I am also going to put in the description interpretation YouTubes, which I did some time ago. There's a little playlist. Go back and listen to that. Now, this year, say to yourself, I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to make a commitment to not repeat my negative habitual thoughts around a holiday or the end of the year. I'm going to make an effort to give to people my good vibe. Whether you're alone, you can have your good vibe for yourself. Whether you're with people that you don't even want to be with, you can radiate that out. And if you're with people that you love around this end of December time, then make sure that you take care of yourself, that you have enough to radiate out. Okay? It's a decision, it's a decision, it's a decision. It's practicing repetitive, habitual, positive thinking at these times. Okay? So use it to go into the new year with a new attitude and new thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about what the end of the year means, okay? Look back at the year and look at your successes and say, you know what? This is the end of the year, but look at what I did this year. Look at what I was good at. Look at how good I became with my health, with my work, with my money, with my relationships, with my ability to use my skills and talents to do X, Y, Z. So bring up not a New Year's resolution, but things that I did. Not the to-do list, not the things I haven't done yet list. Look at the stuff that you did. So you can write yourself an I did list for 2017. Okay? So, that's it, little chickens.